you what I'm making now. And right this minute, I'm sauteing onions. And then I'm cutting up my favorite tofu, which is Wildwood, extra firm tofu. And then I'm going to wash and cut up broccoli. And I don't know what spices yet, but that can always come. I also wanted to show you the acorn squash that I made. I cut it up, tossed it with olive oil, nutmeg, cinnamon, salt, and garlic powder and black pepper. And you could do a tinge of maple syrup. And then I tossed it around and then put it on baking paper and baked it. So I could scoop it out of the skin and make a soup. And hey, you guys, so I have a big mess to clean in the kitchen, in the sink, but I thought I'd say hey and give you inspiration. You can cook with coconut oil, you can cook with ghee if you like, but low saute of the onions, and that's what's going on. Oh, I also have wild rice that I got from Chocolate Tree, and that's amazing. So I'm going to put the tofu in and let it saute and brown. Little cubes. I love firm tofu. Who's there with me? Anybody saying hi? I'm coming back. Okay, in goes the tofu. We're definitely going to have garlic. Raw food's coming, but raw food's going to happen when it's a little warmer. Although today in Sedona, it was like 60 degrees. It was amazing. I have flowers. I'm going to light a candle. I'm going to plug in my Christmas lights. Hey, roller girl. Hi. We're in Sedona, and it's been gorgeous. I'm going to plug in some Christmas lights. That's always nice. It just cheers me so. It's like having candlelight that you can't get in trouble with. It's always so pretty. I have a lot of art supplies on the table here. I am going to be filling. We did some plein air painting today and I made you guys a video. I'm going to be filling this little palette. I'm using my Derwent Inktense. Color playing everywhere. Let's plug in these. Then we're going to go chop the broccoli. Ta-da! Isn't that nice? Hello, Gary. Hello, Lori. Ah, now you smell the onions and the tofu cooking. I went on an outside adventure. I took my watercolors with me to paint and I made you guys a video. So I'm going to quickly put it together and slap it up tonight. You guys, we have to like the video. It's very important because I'm back and algorithms are so different from when back in the day when we were all hanging out and it was just so easy. You could just make like a really long video and people watched it all the way through. Now you get lost in the algorithm. My Instagram posts are ridiculously low. I had my friend Ben put up reels and he was putting up like 1 a day and maybe 2, 3 a day. And then Instagram just like squashed it. So I don't reach as many people for some reason. And I have only good things to share with people about how to make their lives better. Oh, I have so much I want to say. I want to do art with you guys. So I might do that. I have some work to do tonight. You know when you have something to do that's a project you're working on, but it's part of the project that this one includes me going into a document and writing, and I'm procrastinating. I don't really feel like doing that part of it, but it's a good part of it because you need to do the whole thing, and I get to do it. That's what I tell myself. Like I do self-talk, you get to, and then if there's something I don't want to do, I figure out a way that's going to make it super comfy and awesome to do. So I'll make a tonic or a hot cup of tea. I'll turn on my biomat and I'll make myself comfortable with pillows. I'll get my computer and just do it in a very comfortable position, away from anything that might call my attention, like laundry or art supplies in the studio. Wait till you guys see the art studio. It's crazy. And I made a video. I have some editing to do, which I'm not accustomed to anymore. All right, let's get up. Let's go do the food. But it's cheery. Let's turn on the other lights. These go on in a switch. Ta-da! Those are on. Beautiful. Look at the color of the sky. That's spectacular. We're having a cozy evening. 8 of you are with me. Maybe you can. Let's see, how's that? Prop you. I'm propping you up on, this is a really cool thing that I have. I put my spring water in here and there's always hot water at any moment. Thank you. The windows are big picture windows that the man, can you still hear me? Because I have maybe the speaker blocked, but picture windows. So the man who lived here for 25 years before me did all of this woodwork himself. Where I have my art studio, he had his woodworking shop and he put those windows in, and I was lucky enough to meet him and talk to him. So what do you say, broccoli? Should we put broccoli and tofu? Why not? Broccoli, tofu, wild rice, chili peppers always. And then we got to do the dishes. Sometimes procrastinating is so fun. Because when you procrastinate, you do things that, oh, the audio's good, thank you. Okay, still good? Worst lighting ever. This is not something you should do to yourself, but that's okay. You guys love me. Can't always be worried about, I always like when things look nice, but sometimes you just don't have time to go get lighting, and I don't know, I'm not in the mood to worry about it. So broccoli's gonna go in. I'm gonna cut them in little pieces like this. You guys remember how I cut broccoli and cauliflower down and then split it so you're not getting all the little pieces? I do need sea salt and pepper. Pepper's going in. It's going to be really simple, like maybe garlic, sea salt, and pepper. That's such a good idea. I have Himalayan salt handy, but for you, Gary, I'm going to pull out the sea salt. I think it's in the cabinet right above you. Oh, I had the most beautiful hike. I took my art supplies. It was glorious. Have you guys heard of the Artist Way? Have you done the Artist Way? That's my artist play date, taking my paints and painting outside just because, like, not for sale, not for anything, just because I simply want to, because it's fun. It's interesting to think about, like, when I read the book in 2000, like years ago, but I have another copy, and I was considering artist play date, and I'm like, where do I even want to go for my artist play date? Like, what do I even want to do? That's a good thing to contemplate. Like, what are you not doing that would make you happy that you think you don't have enough time for? So for me, like, taking a hike is essential every day. Like, I got to go out on the red earth in Sedona, or else why be here? You might as well be in suburbia somewhere. But, like, taking the extra effort to take the paints and sit down and paint, and sometimes I videotape it, is something that's like a luxury. Like, it's not that efficient. You really just want to, like, hike and get back and do your work. But I was like, you know what? I need to do these things. Like, they're part of a life well lived. So even just contemplating, like, what does abundance mean to you? What does play feel like to you? The Artist Way is so good. So I do the morning pages every morning. I've not been that good about the questions at the end of the chapter. So I take my time. I think I'll doing it double time. First week takes 2 weeks. The second week takes 2 weeks. I don't care. I'll do it every day, like forever. Pepper, Gary. Oh my gosh, you love my interview with Katrina Blair? That was awesome. That was in Colorado at the Turtle Lake Refuge. Which, in the summer, I want to take my Vanny B to Colorado again because it was spectacular. I want chili flakes. This looks so good. You guys, I'm going to show you. So I think everybody should do the Artist Way, and everybody should join me in art journaling. I made a life tool. I've been art journaling. It's like write morning pages, but it's drawing and words and color. And if you get the art journal life tool, you're invited to join me every new moon. We do an art journal party via Zoom, and it's fun. Okay, this looks gorgeous. I am making, hi Rosie, Tofu, onions, broccoli, simple, black pepper, chili peppers, and salt. Let me go find the sea salt. Colorado is so magnificent. I don't want it. Oh, I had it, Gary. Look. I don't always use sea salt, but I'm going to use it today in honor of you. Ah. It's so, make yourself food when you have the energy to do it. Like if I waited till later, like I won't eat right away because I'm waiting for the rice to cook, but having it all made and on the stove, and I usually make double so that the next day I just leave it on the stove. I don't use heat here that much, so it's fine. Overnight, you can put it in the fridge. But like having the food already made for you, it's like no excuses. You have healthy food. Look at the color of this broccoli. It's so, I could eat it right now. I don't like to overcook my food either, the veggies. It's like lightly cooked. I never put tofu in the freezer. I don't eat tofu all the time, but I find that it's really good to just keep in the house. I showed the squash that I made. These don't look pretty, but I cut up acorn squash and I tossed it with olive oil, cinnamon, nutmeg, cardamom, black pepper, garlic, salt, tossed it around in a bowl, and then baked it. And this is just like so good. I don't even know what to say. Scooping this out, like making a whole lot of it and scooping out and making a soup, yum. A little coconut yogurt with that, so I'll have some squash with my broccoli and tofu and wild rice. Oh, really? Cool. Frozen and then thawed and then cooked. I'm having a green juice somewhere. Here I am. I want to show you guys a really cool crisp bread. I don't know if you can get it or order it, but this is at Interdependence. It's been made by Omo Crisp. Oh my gosh. Gluten-free, gorgeous, like bread crackers with some cashew cheese on it. Yum. Now you know you can freeze it. Such a good idea. You know what I would do? I would cube it and then freeze it in little portions. So you dump it and that's such a good idea. Extra firm though. We want firm unless you want your tofu scramble. Some people like that. This would make a really good breakfast, you guys. I almost thought I was going to make buckwheat pancakes tonight, but it's going to be savory. It's a savory night. I mean, it's pretty much done. So do you guys, I want to show you what's in the studio. Are you ready? You don't know of the saga, I guess. I think I posted it on Instagram. Are you ready? Okay. There's the studio. And those drawers I got from a man who passed. He was an artist, a really talented artist. And I got half the drawers, and then I felt bad. I'm like, the other half of the drawers, what's going to happen to them? So every single drawer has been cleaned out. These are tools and tape. This is watercolor. I mean, this is a dream. Gold, my inks and my gold and silver. That's what's going on here. So this is where I sit. And I'll put you guys up here facing down so you could see the materials and what I'm up to. And look what I found. Herbie. Oh my God. So he sits right here with me. And these remind me of my mom. So I do little paintings, swatching. I did this cool, I love this. Tell me what you think of this. This cool abstract yesterday. I kind of love it. So that's what I'm up to. No, these drawers are, this is a garage, but this was flat, this is a flat file. These are really expensive normally. I think I got this for $60, so I can keep my large drawings in here. He had everything filled with pads of paper. I kept all the pads I could use. And I gave his drawings back to his daughter because there was like really good drawings in here and I didn't feel right keeping them. And so I have lots of paper just to scribble and test stuff. And then I'm going to use these to put the doobies in. It's just crazy. Like, here's my old photos And I have them all in a nice drawer now. They were in, I had like plastic bins of things, like bins just stuffed everywhere. And now everything gets to go in the drawers. And I even need to go through, because all of my jewelry supplies are in here, and they get to go in drawers so that this can be used for bigger things, items. And the really cool thing is if I have jewelry supplies in here, even though I can't see, it's going to be labeled. And then I could take out the drawer to work on whatever I want to work on. So I think I'm a fan of keeping everything out, but I have so many different kinds of mixed media that it doesn't seem that practical to leave it all out. It ends up looking jumbled and messy. So wish me luck labeling. I used his old brown paper. There were pads of this kind of paper that I'm using. I drew on it, and then I decided to make the labels out of this paper, which is nice. I got the easel, but this really excites me because when you do big art, where are you going to put it? Oh, some doobies. So I have plenty of tables. I could have a class in here. I was even thinking, you know what? Colored pencils. I'm going to put all my colored pencils in. These are made by Meeden. These are not vintage. Those are vintage, way vintage. I feel so blessed. It was a big job getting them here, cleaning them out. Oh my God. But these are made by Meeden, and you can put colored pencils or pastels in there. Oh, there's one pencil. These I got on Etsy. These are Meeden, I think, or I got them on Etsy, but those are for pencils. And I want everything neat and out so I can consciously say, you know what, today I'm doing colored pencils and watercolors and pull out what I need. So it's a process. I get excited to do it, actually. Like, I love doing it, and I will do that before everything else. It's getting nicely organized. Thank you. So there's dinner. I'm going to shut it off because it's pretty much done, and I'll heat it when the rice is ready. I'm going to eat a piece of tofu. Oops. More salt. Little doobies are so cute. Do I have a song to play? What do you want me to play? The tofu education. Oh, more spongy to absorb. Thank you, Big Indian Bindi. I love that. Do you know every night, except for tonight, every single night I use Indian spices. Every single night. My astrogeography is the best in India. I have never felt so loved and so well received and so beautiful as when I went to India. So I incorporate Indian everything, fabrics. I love India and Indian people and the language and the music, and mostly the spices. When I was little, my mom and I used to go to, there were sari stores in New Jersey, and we would go and just buy saris. We didn't wear them, and we didn't really do anything with them, but we just loved them. Okay, I'm good. It's so simple. Okay, so they came from a man's house who passed. He was in his 90s. He was an artist, and I had seen his basement filled with drawers and file cabinets, and there were like 3 huge drafting tables. I got a little one, but when I went in there, he was away, and I went in there, and he had like these drawers, and I was like, oh my God, those drawers are incredible. So when he passed in Sedona, it's very common. It's very common for, there's this woman, Fawn, who will go into a house either when someone's passed and help the loved ones like deal with the stuff, and she puts them up on auction. So I met her, and I was able to purchase the drawers before they went on auction. But that's how I got them. So it was a person who passed, and I'm honoring him and the drawers. I'm using his paper, and I'm just honoring and giving them new life. So I think he'd be pleased. He was friends with the man who built and made this house great. So I feel like there's a lot of old man energy. Creative though. This guy was a woodworker and that guy was a painter, planes and women. And so it's cool. It's really cool. I'm like honoring, I mean, just like redoing the energy. It was definitely very stuck. It was borderline hoarder space with like not a lot of room to walk, but like everything was like usable and functional. I mean, it's cool to see his little tags that were on the drawers, like fishing lures. I found a fishing lure, this cool, you guys are gonna see, I'm gonna make that video. I filmed it all. So I'm gonna put it together and you will see the process, the decision-making process of like the empty wall. Should I get them? Oh my God, it's a lot of drawers. Do I have space for this? I had to move furniture around. And then I got half of them. And then I was like, well, that seems lame not to get all of them. And so they came with another batch. And it was very complicated bringing them over, putting them together, and then cleaning them. Oh, thanks, Gary. I would love to see your woodworking like ornaments and hang one in my studio. Oh, do you think that they're like architect? They feel like library or architect, or promise me when you watch this video, just like it. It's a pain for me to edit, but I think it's a cool process. They feel library, they feel like office, dentist, I don't know, but maybe architect. He probably use the big, he has flat files. Like all architects have flat files, and to buy an old flat file, they're like so expensive these days to buy old ones. And having old furniture just feels better to me. So anyway, you guys, we had a party. I want everybody to like this video because we want to like, you know, we go where the numbers show. You know, when you see numbers going up, you're like, all right, people are interested. This is cool. I know you guys are interested, but we want to, it feels library-like. It reminds me of like the Dewey Decimal System. Imagine like going into the library and then like having to like look in a little, you're looking up the book and you have to alphabetically look it up, and then it gives you the Dewey Decimal number, and then you got to go find what bookshelf. What a pain. But these I'm going to know where, I mean, I've already been able to, oh, getting my watercolor, oh, getting my tripod. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to make myself comfortable so I'm really excited to announce again. I did, but I'm going to do it again, what I'm up to, because it's amazing. It's a massive, beautiful project of love and a soul expression. That's what's coming up. And if you haven't, look at my website because you'll see what I've been doing, not on YouTube, for the past 6 years. The Dewey Decimal System. I love that. The Dewey Decimal System. That's so good. Aw. Well, the Doobies are being born here in Sedona. Anyway, so I did an astrogeography course because you kind of should know what energy you're swimming in where you live. Not that you have to move, but you should know how to navigate, you know? And the North Node, everybody needs to know. I want you all to know your North Node sign, your North Node house placement. You don't have to buy the information I did on it, but you can. And then your midheaven, and that's your trifecta. And I want everyone to be following their dharma, their path, what makes them happy. This is so, Michelle, this is so nighttime with Dara. We are cooking. We're next to this pretty little glass and these pretty little crystals. And my pretty bed, my comfy bed. The biomat's over here now. It's not in the living room because I tried to be normal for a minute. I had to take out the twin bed of the, this is where the biomat is. That is where the sauna is. That will be happening tonight. And this is the living room. Everybody sits on the rug. Nobody sits on the sofa that I painted. I painted this sofa, which that video has to go up. I painted leather. And I did drag this big TV from, the big TV was from Venice. An Airbnb guest left it behind, a 70-inch TV that I covered with Indian fabric that I got in Mumbai. And I think it's nice to watch movies, but the TV's on a stand on the floor and this sofa's too high. So I'm putting this sofa in the art studio to have like a cool, sexy sofa in the studio. And this is gonna have a low, I got this really low, cool sleeper thing at Urban Outfitters, and that's coming in a couple weeks. So I feel like if you're low to the ground, you're more likely to talk to the people by the fireplace. And I like low to the ground. That's what I'm gonna do. Thank you for hitting the like button. We need the like button hit. We need it, you guys. We're coming back. Hit the like button. Roller girl, you created it. What did I create? The fireplace is so nice. I feel like lighting a fire. Oh, I love hanging out with you guys. I could light that one. That's just a switch. That one. It's not cold in here though. There's a table over there and a little banquette over there. It's just so cute and simple. And I've made it nicer. Thanks for all the hearts. Thanks for all the likes. I see 7 thumbs up. What do you guys want to see? Leave me a comment after this video is over. I'll make whatever video. You want art supplies, you want plein air painting, you want more lives, you want night times with Dara. Does that make sense? Night times. Ah, so nice. I could have a crystal show and tell. I could have a show and tell of all my teeny little wonderfuls, as someone called them, these teeny little toys and dolls that I want to paint. It's making me very happy seeing those hearts. I said Did I say Dewey Decimal? I think I said Dewey Decimal System. Did I say Dewey Decimal? That's funny. Crystal shows. Okay, I gotta pull out some of the crystals and put them together. I have crystal toning bowls. I could play those. I just want to peace out. We could sit by the fireplace and have a fire. So I'm going to come here. The one thing I have to ask you guys, this is a vertical video. When I go to make a live video, it's been a long time since I've been doing YouTube. When I try to turn it horizontal, it doesn't go horizontal. Does this bother you vertically when I show up, when it shows up after it's posted? Does it just shows up normal? It used to, if you filmed vertically, you'd have a black bar on either side, but I don't know if it's like that. I got to deal with thumbnails. Dewey Decimal. I think I said Dewey Decimal System because that's super clever. Dewey Decimal System. I think that should be a thing. Dewey Decimal System. I don't know how to use that, but it's just great. It's awesome, Roller Girl. All right. B.I.B. Big Indian Bindi. I love that name. Gary. Vertical's fine. Well, that's easy. Can you guys, did you know that I painted this old damaged green sofa? I repaired it. It's a 1970s Chesterfield and I painted it. Do you guys want to see that video? Because I will edit it and pop it up. I literally, it feels like leather. It's super beautiful, but it's just, it's so comfy, but it's not, it's too high. But in the studio, it'll be great. What's unique? It should be a thing. It should be a thing. You inspire me back. Fireplace. Didn't it? Michelle, right? Like, it's so beautiful. I can't get rid of it, but it could be fine here, but nobody sits on it. I don't know. I could always move it back in here. But I did order a little low sleeper, which is kind of nice because if someone is having a kid, when I one day rent this out, maybe, it would be nice to have a sleeper here, just a thing that flattens out and someone could sleep on it. You want to see the video? Okay. So after I make myself write what I have to write for the doobies, it's for the Doobie Oracle deck. It's like how to use it, why I made it, what the doobies are. And I feel like writing, like sitting at a computer is annoying to me, but I got to get myself in the mood. But then I will edit. Editing is more fun than writing, in my opinion. So I will show you the white sofa video. I think I have to film the after. I don't think it has like a, hey, here's the white sofa. It's all finished. Everybody loves it. It feels like leather. Literally feels like leather. You can paint leather. It's crazy. I don't know if anybody wants to paint a heavily tufted, massive sofa like I did. It took me like a week. It was a bitch. Dewey Decimal. Decimal, because it was the Dewey Decimal System for libraries. So it's Dewey Decimal. All right, you guys. I guess I'll hang up and go do what I need to do. It's super soft. Is it a mistake to move it? I don't know. Well, that other piece is on its way. It's on its way. Now, of course, I'm sitting in it, enjoying it, but no, painting a sofa, you have to wipe it down, you have to prime it a little bit, you have to prep it, and then you gotta paint it, and it took, because this was like a green, and I wanted to paint it white, I'm an overachiever, it took like 4 coats or 5. It was a lot. A little chair, easy. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. That is massive. But it's gorgeous, and it's way better than it was. I'm never getting rid of it. I'm going to squeeze it into the studio. No, and I hurt my foot in the middle of it. I was dancing around the house, and then I slipped and like broke a little bone in my foot, but I still kept on painting the sofa. There's no way I'm getting rid of this. I would give it to someone who really wanted it. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to post that video. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little clip of what it looks like in the daytime sitting on it, and then I will post it. Thank you for the hearts. Aw. All right, you guys, time to go do the writing stuff. Wish me luck. Where am I going to sit? Maybe I'll sit on the sofa with my computer. Maybe I'll light a fire and sit on the sofa and write the Doobie book. That's a good idea. Make yourself comfortable, a hot chocolate tonic. That's what I'm going to do. Follow me on Instagram or not. I can come live here whenever I want, just like Instagram. I think I'll do that. So when I have a fire burning, maybe I'll do that. It's nice for us all to hang out. Roller girl, you're going crazy with the hearts. I love it. It makes me feel so happy and loved. So you are loved, and I'm so glad to be with you guys, and big hugs, and I will see you very, very soon. In fact, whenever you want to see me, I get notifications. Just send a comment under one of my videos, and I'll see it, and I'll show up. Bye, you guys.